What a great time to be in Seattle. It's been a fabulous baseball spectacular with the Mariners being at home right after the All-Star break. The weather has been outstanding and people are just loving life. And tonight it's Bark in the Park. So folks in their pooches are going to have some fun. Look at that little Frenchie there. He can't wait to get in the ballpark. Mariners taking the field here as they get ready to take on the Minnesota Twins. Glad you joined us, everybody, here on Root Sports. Dave Sims, Dan Wilson, and the return of Mike Flowers, everybody. Welcome back, Mike Gay. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much. I can't tell you how excited I was to get to the ballpark today. It's great to see everybody. Dan, thank you for all the heavy lifting you've been doing. It's great to be here today, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen in the second half of the season.
Yes, sir. We're going to bring some of that Flowers luck, pal.
Yeah, there you go. Hopefully there is some. I need to get it going. Take a look at the lineup for the Twins. Carlos Correa leads things off, 11 home runs for him. Byron Buxton will be the DH. He hits third in the lineup, 15 home runs for Buxton. Max Kepler, left-handed hitter, 12 home runs and bats sixth in the lineup. And Michael Taylor will round out the 9 for the Twins. And Dan was just talking about Logan Gilbert. He has been a hot pitcher as of late. American League Pitcher of the Week. You look at his numbers overall. 108 in third innings. Has 106 strikeouts, over 19 walks. He's been outstanding. And we know about his fastball, about 95 miles an hour. The percentage is down a little bit this year. Only at 41%. It's been a better mix for him. There's the slider. It's been a really good pitch, especially in his last outing. At 28%, you can see the curve, splitter, and the sinker. Take a look at the defense. Julio out in center field. J.P. Crawford is at shortstop. Caballero is at second base. Ty France at first. And Cal Raleigh will do the catching.
All right, like you'd never been away.
It's impressive.
Very impressive. All right. Logan Gilbert had a beauty against Minnesota last year. 5-0 win here. 6 innings, 6 strikeouts, 4 hits, no runs. So hopefully he can pick up where he left off against these Twins. And Carlos Correa hearing it here. Of course, everybody remembers his association with the Houston Astros in that World Series. Wow. Trash can banging. First pitch brought to you by First Tech Federal Credit Union. And Logan Gilbert gets this game underway. And first pitch, ball 1. Jim Wolf has balls and strikes tonight. Mike Malinsky, local guy, is at first base. Sean Barber umpire at second, and Alan Porter, the crew chief, at third. In there for strike 101. The Twins come in after sweeping the Oakland Athletics 5-4, 10-7, and 5-4. And they sit atop the American League Central, 48 and 46. Both Central divisions, boys, not very good.
No, but they're on top of it, and that's what matters to them.
Exactly right. Twins, of course, the Reds, Rocco Baldelli, 5th year manager of the Twins, as Correa using his timeout. Twins are used to being in the playoffs since 2002, 9 times in the playoffs, but 6 times they've been eliminated by the Yankees. Logan Gilbert, the command of his slider in these last 2 games, and as Scott Service talked about, willingness and ability to execute it at any count has been a big part of his success.
Yeah, no doubt. And Mike, as you mentioned it earlier too, just the downtick in the percentage of fastballs because he's been able to have such a good slider. He's been able to go to it more often, and he still has 97 in the tank, like we just saw right there on the inside corner that freezes Correa. But you're right, it's just when he has command of that slider, it's such a deadly pitch.
It is, because you have to respect the fastball. As you mentioned, at 97, McDelivery Supermo as he hits the inside corner. Nice job of framing it by Cal Raleigh. I think one of the things, when I was looking at his numbers in his last start, Dan, I think it's the first time I've ever seen where he's thrown his slider more than his fastball.
Yeah, it's been unbelievable. And, you know, fastball percentage down to about 40%. We're going to see the same from Sonny Gray on the other side as well. So it's going to be an interesting matchup today because Sonny Gray is going to mix it up. Now, he's not going to rely as much on just the slider as much as Logan might, but it's going to be an interesting night, no doubt, on the mound.
Interesting that both managers said, hey, we're a mirror image of each other. Not big bangers. They don't hit for a ton. They pitch and they defend like crazy.
The Twins strike out a lot, though.
And the Mariners are right behind them.
Yeah.
Twins are number 1, 949 now, 950 Ks, 901 for the Mariners. So we look at Eduardo Julien, second baseman. Tell me this, guys, when you were playing and you knew you had a team like this situation here, these two teams are going to see each other 7 times in the next 10 days.
They're going to get to know each other pretty well if they don't already by all the numbers that they have. But again, I think it's going to be the team because of that, Mike, the team that's going to be able to make the adjustments quicker. You're going to see what these hitters are trying to do to you as a pitching staff. You're going to have to make your adjustments. To me, it's going to be the teams that are going to be able to adjust and kind of take a new approach and come up with something different.
I think you're right about that, and I think they're going to have to execute offensively when they have opportunities, move runners over, get them in from third. The little things are going to make a difference over those 7 games that Dave was talking about.
Payoff pitch here to Julien. Fouled it back. The other thing that I found fascinating, starting tonight, Mariners have 34 games against teams that are ahead of them right now. So you start thinking about playoffs. You got to start thinking about playoffs. This is what, game number 93. So we're getting in that zone where you start. It's no longer early.
No, this is definitely you're talking about stretch run here, and a lot of teams ahead of you. That's good news because you have some control over getting some wins and climbing over people in the standings.
They got 3 with Tampa Bay, 9 with Texas, 7 with Minnesota. Baltimore comes here for 3, still 6 with Houston, 3 with Toronto this weekend, 3 with Boston. Already done with the Yankees, 2 and 4.
Start looking at the numbers. They have to get hot now. They have to get things going, no doubt about it.
Byron Buxton, superstar player who's always injured. You realize he's only played more than 100 games once in his career. Great player. Got a lot of things ailing him. When you watch him, remember he could go home to first to third in a blink. And
he covers everything in center field when he's out there. Yep. DH today.
But total DH for almost the entire season.
Well, he has the speed, as you mentioned. Only 8 stolen bases on the year. There are only about 3 guys in this Minnesota lineup that will run, Mike. So it's not a team that's going to try to steal a base or take an extra base. They just don't have a ton of offensive weapons.
Hammered foul.
No, you're absolutely right about that. And we talked about it, with the strikeouts. They're big swingers. They want to put the ball in the gap or hit it out of the ballpark.
Here's Rocco Baldelli and some of their stat leaders. Love the orange shoes that Bucks is wearing. This is just the 77th game. Look out. This season.
A little splitter there that got out of control. Didn't quite get on top of that one.
Thing of beauty watching Logan his last 2 times out, especially in San Francisco, a complete game shutout. We do not see much of that anymore. 2-2. Center field for Julio. Thing really died on him. Good adjustment. 2 outs. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners.
Well, Dave, you can see Julio out there in center field directing Jarred Kelenic to say, hey, the wind is playing a factor tonight. And we look at the flags, they're kind of blowing straight in, and that one really died. I thought Buxton hit that fairly well, but Julio really had to come in on that one.
Runner breaks and had a great break. Throw into center field. Julien will hold there as Julio backs up quickly. It's his second stolen base of the season. 2 for 2.
Yeah, it looked like Cal had a chance to throw him out, but it kind of sailed on him.
Yeah, decent jump. And you can see the throw just up the line and too high. Cal just getting underneath that throw a little bit, not getting his feet into a place where he can get on top.
0-1 to Kirilloff. Flips it the other way. Mariners opened last season in Minnesota. Remember, it was kind of cold, wasn't it, Mike?
A little bit, yeah, I think so.
Robbie Ray won the first game and wound up splitting a 4-game set Buxton was a one-man wrecking crew, 5 for 15, 3 homers, 4 RBI. 0-2. Then they came here in June, and the Twins took 2 out of 3 in the win. It was Logan Gilbert, 6 innings of 6 strikeout, 1 walk, 4 hits, and no runs, giving up. Gino and Ty hit home runs in that game. One and two. Had great crowds for the Detroit series. 32,368 yesterday. Saturday, 38,000 plus, 39,000 plus on Friday. And tonight we're going to be in that 20 to 25 range. And Cal, could not hold on.
Curveball up in the zone. Kirilloff a little bit out in front of it. Just gets a piece of it, and then the foul tip got a piece of Cal Raleigh as well. Kirilloff coming off a big day yesterday. A couple extra base hits, 4 RBIs for him in that series finale against Oakland.
2 strikes. Pulled foul. How many times a game did you figure you got hit with foul balls?
Oh, that's a good question. Seemed like they bunched together. You go a game or two and you wouldn't get any, and then you get about 6 or 7 in a game.
All right. And name a body part, right? It would find it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No doubt about it. The ones that are worse are the ones on your leg, especially the back of your thigh, and then of course the mass. That'll wake you up.
1-2 pitch.
Just saw right there, Cal kind of dropping his throwing hand, kind of protecting it behind him. Is that the way you did it too?
Yeah, it's nice to keep that hand back there and protect it.
I think we owe praise to maybe your favorite player, Mike, Johnny Bench, for that, because he was the one that really started popularizing that. Put that hand behind to protect. Did he go? He did not, says Alan Porter. Count runs full.
It's another knuckle curveball to him. McDelivery Supermo bounces it up there and just held up enough. Now, Dan, we're so used to seeing Logan throwing a lot of fastballs, especially first time through the lineup, but he's mixing it up here in the first.
Right out of the chute.
Payoff to Kirilloff. Hit down to Ty France. Logan Gilbert gets over, and that will do it. He gets through the first inning very nicely. Let's see if the Marin offense can get cranking as they come to bat when we return. On Sonny Gray for the 15th time. Here's a look at their batting order.
J.P. Crawford on base 4 times yesterday. Has his on base percentage up to .368. Cal Raleigh with a home run. He has 12 on the year. He will bat 5th. Ty France moved down in the lineup yesterday, staying there at 7th. And then Mike Ford will be the DH. He bats 8th. And the 33-year-old veteran Sonny Gray, this will be his 19th start of the year. 4-3 record, but a 2.89 ERA, an all-star, 99 2/3, 101 strikeouts. He will definitely mix it up.
He's got an impressive arsenal, to say the least. JP has really been an on-base machine. A lot of good work, working deep counts, coming up with a lot of big hits. Last 18 games hitting .324, 10 extra base hits, 4 homers, and 9 runs batted in. And hits this on the button, but not high enough and hard enough.
And a closer look at the veteran pitcher, Sonny Gray. And All-Stars I mentioned, there you go, see the four-seamer at 24%, curveball at 20%. He's really going to mix it up. There's the slider, but he'll mix it up. The veteran pitcher knows what he's doing out there. And a look at the defense. Michael Taylor is in center field. Donovan Solano is at third base. Carlos Correa at shortstop. Let's get a look at the left side of the infield, and Ryan Jeffers will do the catching.
Here's Julio. Next pitch up high. Julio 0 for 4 against Sonny Gray. Due for a little home run pop coming up here. 17 consecutive games without a homer. Certainly it's not hurting in the home run derby contest last week. 41 in the first round. I was down on the field. That was unreal.
Yeah.
Oh.
Unbelievable. I know it was an exhibition, but it was spectacular.
I don't know how he doesn't get tired. 41 home runs.
I know.
Now, that being said, the crowd was into it, which was great. The weather was perfect. It was just beautiful for that weekend, but I just don't know how he didn't get tired.
So I'm standing over there on the third base side. Here's pitch. And he takes a called third strike. I've never seen a baseball player so drained in my life when he finished.
You
his
can
face,
understand.
he turned turned towards my side. I saw his face, and it was just like, oh my goodness, he's got nothing left.
Here's a look at the sweeper. Big delivery, Supermo. Ends up freezing Julio definitely on the plate.
Yeah, Mike, we were talking on the radio side before the game about Sonny Gray and all the good pitchers really that have had long careers in the big leagues. They tend to reinvent themselves at some point along the way or continue to reinvent themselves. And he's definitely one of these guys that has done that. You look at that arsenal when they showed the graphic, it was a lot of colors on there. He's got a lot of pitches, a lot of ways he can come at you. What's your approach on a guy like that? For me, I try to stay middle of the field because you just don't know what you're going to get.
I think you have to.
Yeah.
I mean, and right there, too, is another example because he mixes it up. And these guys have seen the reports and they've watched the video. His fastball's at 93, but he'll use it at the top of the zone. And because of all the stuff that you're thinking about with the off speed, it looks like it's running out there about 95, 96.
And I think the other thing with his fastball, like you mentioned, it's only 92, 93, but his command of it will be very, very good. He will work the corners. He will not miss much in the middle of the plate where it'll get hammered. And I'll tell you what, he is just going to be one tough customer.
I think it's especially true when he gets runners on base, too. He's not going to give in to the guys.
Boy, he's got an arsenal of 6 pretty doggone good pitches.
Yeah, that's why he was an all-star this year.
What do you eliminate?
You can't. And he's going to watch you as a hitter. He's going to adjust to you as well. This is a guy that will lean on his catcher a little bit. They'll talk between innings. What are you seeing from the hitters? What exactly are we talking about? How is my stuff? What's my best pitch today? And he's got a lot of options.
2-2 to Kelenic.
Take a look at some of his numbers.
Talking about the numbers and runners on base, you can see what's happened. Runners in scoring position, he just gets better.
Ooh.
I mean, he's just been tough.
091, bases loaded. Kelenic goes down swinging. A couple strikeouts. Sonny Gray, hot start for him. Inning number 2 coming up. Squaring off against Rafael Devers and the Red Sox on Monday, July 31 through Wednesday, August 2nd. So enjoy that Seattle summer and a marquee matchup right here at T-Mobile Park. Get your tickets today at Mariners.com. Devers just went nuts in Chicago against the Cubs, hitting all kinds of bombs. Big time player. Donovan Solano, Max Kepler, Ryan Jeffers, 5, 6, and 7 coming up against Logan Gilbert. Logan threw 26 pitches, 15 for strikes in the first inning. Infield playing straight up. Actually changed that. It's Caballero playing up the middle. Fly ball right field into Sun for Teo. And Mr. Hernandez puts that away. Brings up Max Kepler. Talked about the Twins, the original Washington Senators. They lead the Central Division 2.5 over Cleveland. The rest of the division is below 500. Cleveland's pitching staff has taken a beating lately. Detroit was pesky over the weekend. AJ Finch saying, hey, this is a trap type series and we're better than what the numbers indicate in the standings, and he was right. Kids.
I thought Lorenzen pitched a heck of a ball game in game 2. Showed why he was an all-star, just mixing everything up. Great command of his secondary stuff.
Here's the 1-1. He's got service, and Pete Woodworth putting Logan Gilbert in between Bryce Miller and Mr. Wu.
I hope they can get some innings.
Yeah, and Bryce Miller, how about that yesterday? 5 innings, 5 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. He looked like he could have gone another inning or 2.
Yeah, to me,
worried about that blister a little bit, maybe?
Yeah, I think that's really what it was.
Yep.
That's an injury you do not want to have come back. You do not want that to be something that's chronic over the course of the season, especially at the end of this season as you're trying to make a push. So I thought that was a great move, and with the bullpen that they have, and those guys came in and just did an outstanding job to slam the door.
2-2 pitch, slap foul. And a bullpen. I mean, they were like automatic yesterday.
Yeah,
that was really good.
It was impressive. Justin Topa looked outstanding.
Yep. Brash, Topa, Munoz, Sewald. Sewald gave up a base hit, finished with 2 strikeouts in the ballgame. And at one point, retired 13 consecutive guys.
Yeah. That's one of the nice things for Scott, is he can really shorten up the game for those young pitchers. But in the meantime, you need some guys. Typically, we rely on Marco, who's not here right now, to give him those innings. So some of the other guys are going to have to do it. Gives those guys a break every now and then, Dan. It'll be important, as you mentioned, the second half of the season.
Yeah, no doubt. And it's particularly important when you have Bryan Woo, you have Bryce Miller, guys that you're going to want to try to give them as much rest as you can anyway down the stretch. Right. This is their first year in the big leagues. It's a longer season. They don't get the Mondays off, and it's a different rotation than it is in the minor league. So these guys are looking to get some time off. And when you have a bullpen like that that's so solid, you can give them a little bit more.
Luis Castillo. He's pitched. Has been super, but he's been good. He's just not been getting a lot of run support. Breaking ball for strike 3, and no complaint by Kepler. 2 down, second strikeout for Logan Gilbert. And both have been looking. That was pitch number 10.
Talked a lot about the slider, but this is going to be the knuckle curve, pretty much in the middle of the plate, just freezes him, locks him up with it. And that's something that to me has been impressive. When you look at his numbers this year, we know about the fastball. He uses it a lot, and the percentage has gone down. But every one of his off-speed pitches, opponents are hitting under 200 this year.
Yeah, and the one thing I've seen with that curveball, especially, Mike, we've seen it at the bottom of the zone. We saw Cal block a couple, but a lot of times he'll get that take at the top of the zone with that pitch. They see it up there, they think it's a ball, it drops in there, hits the top of the strike zone, and it's been an effective pitch just to get that take, that strike 3.
And you can see why they just give up on it.
Yeah,
he is really dealing. Now it looks like he's got a little bit better feel this inning than he had last inning. Right to the target. All 2 strikes. Looking for the put away. Not on that pitch. 2-2. Logan jumped on MLB Network during the break and was really good. Had a lot of fun with it. They had fun with him and said he really enjoyed himself. Solid smash into the gap. Out of the box hard. Ryan Jeffers. Teoscar gets to it quickly. 2-out base runner. Well, bring up Joey Gallo.
McDelivery, Supermo. Well, sneaks back on the plate just a little bit. Jeffers doing a pretty good job just taking what he gets. Goes the other way, line drive. Picks up the 2-out single.
That actually looked like it was running in on him a little bit, kind of an inside-out swing.
Joey Gallo, line drive, Teo right there. That'll do it for the Twins in the second. Eugenio Suarez, Cal Raleigh, Teoscar Hernandez coming up. Hey everybody, if you missed out on tonight's Bark in the Park, well, don't worry. There's still 2 more dates this season, including Wednesday, August 9 against the Padres. So snag those tickets for you and your furry friend for just $35. This offer is available only online at mariners.com/bark. Who's a good boy? Show me something when the dog's keeping score, okay? Some kind of delay.
Yeah, they're waiting on Gino.
That's why they have the facility nearby. We're having to laugh about it. First of 7 games in the next 10 days against the Minnesota Twins. Eugenio Suarez. Coming off an 0 for 2 with a walk up the middle, just out of the reach of Julian. Base hit for Gino. He's got to be considered one of the keys, boys, as we come down these last 70-something games.
This is exactly what we were talking about. He gets a fastball. It looks like it's a 2-seamer, a sinker running in on him, but he stays inside of it and just drives it right back up the middle. Yeah, jammed him a little bit, but he'll take the base hit.
And that's what's going to happen too, Mike. When you think center or middle of the field, you're going to get hurt a little bit with that 2-seamer. It's going to find maybe not the barrel, but a little bit further down on the bat. But you pick up the base hit, get things rolling here, and that's what you give up a little bit because you know he's coming at you at some point with that off-speed stuff.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and I think sometimes Also, you know, even a pitcher like this who's an all-star this year, he's still going to miss his location at times. Even if he wanted to go away right there, I think you just have to accept that part of it.
Yep.
Stay out over the plate.
Cal did not like that call by Jim Wolf. It's this one hard. Here we go. First and second, backing up the hits.
How about those catchers, Dan?
Hey, gotta love it. McDelivery super mode, top of the zone, maybe middle in. Cal gets the barrel to it. Great swing right here. That's a couple of fastballs now in this inning that he's given up base hits. One first base hit to Suarez on a two-seamer. That was a four-seamer there. Be interesting now to see if he goes to more off-speed because he's given up a couple hits on that heater.
Started him off with a cutter.
Teoscar Hernandez, 2 career hits and 13 at-bats against Sonny Gray. Both are home runs. Double play ball right here. There's 1 and there's 2. Suarez the third.
There you go, Dan. It's another two-seamer.
Yeah.
McDelivery Supermo. This time they are set up inside, and that's where it gets it. See the late movement on it. Jammed him just a little bit, but it was right at the shortstop for an easy turn.
And that's what we talked about. That's what good veteran pitchers do. They come right at you in these situations. With runners on base, they get the big ground ball.
Ty France at the bottom of the order now. Scuffling in a big way, and happens to everybody. 0 for his last 20 with 9 strikeouts since July 7.
The other thing with Sonny too is he does a nice job this year of keeping the ball on the ground with a variety of pitches, including that two-seamer we just saw, the sinker.
Yeah, I couldn't believe looking at the numbers. Only giving up 3 home runs this year.
I know.
That's pretty amazing. Really, for the first 2-3 months, 2 months for sure, he didn't give up any home runs. So he has been really tough to get the ball in the air and out of the ballpark.
And that stat right there, he's not got a lot of run support either. Not won a game since April 30. Good looking pitch there, 1-2. Last time Sonny Gray had a drought like that was April through July of 2016. 1-2 pitch with 2 outs, runner at third. Nice block by Jeffers. 2-2. Eugenio Suarez, he's at third with 2 down. Mariners with their first 2 hits in the ball game coming in this inning. Boy, nasty pitch, strikes out Ty France. 3rd strikeout for Sonny Gray to the 3rd scoreless ball game.
To the Ford Sports Desk, Piper Shaw here with you. Folks, bring your berets and your baguettes to the ballpark tomorrow because it is the South of France night tomorrow here at T-Mobile Park. And as part of the festivities, Ty France is making his Mariners bobblehead debut. And if you're one of the first 20,000 fans into the park, you will score his French-themed bobblehead. You can get tickets for tomorrow's trip to the South of France at mariners.com/tickets. Guys.
All right, Piper, thank you very much. Michael A. Taylor, the hitter, played for Kansas City and the Washington Nationals. Oh boy, that's ripped down the line into the corner. Taylor with his 13th double as Kelenic gets it back. Aggressive turn by Taylor, but a leadoff double here in the third.
And this time it's going to be on the slider. McDelivery Supermo. You can see it's pretty much middle in. Solid line drive off the bat of the number 9 hitter, Michael Taylor.
There's Correa again. Tell you what, anything associated with Houston in this ballpark. The other day at the, what was it, the Home Run Derby. I was on the field. Tim Heavley, our director of media communications. Here's first pitch. Down the line. No, it stays fair. Correa. Back-to-back doubles, 1-0 Twins. Mascot even got booed here. The Astros mascot got hammered. And they were booed. It was bad.
Yeah, it's not surprising.
Not at all.
This will be the knuckle curve, and Dan was talking about earlier. It's up in the zone. Kind of a late swing, really. Inside out swing down the line. A pitch that was pretty much in the middle of the plate. So a couple of breaking balls have been hit here in this inning.
Correa's 20th double, 41st run batted in. Eduardo Giuliani walked and stole second. His first plate appearance. Mariners 3-4 against these Twins last season. Last time they won the season series, the 21 campaign, they went 4-2. Two triple plays in one game. That's amazing. 33 years ago. 1-1.
Another knuckle curve right there towards the top of the zone. Freezes Julian.
See if Logan can hold the fort the rest of the way here this inning. 2-2. Went through a knuckle curve in your any of the guys on your staffs.
It wasn't as big of a pitch. I remember Mike Bucina had a very good knuckle curve.
He did. That's right.
But I don't know. It wasn't a pitch that was as widely used as it is now. I know a lot of guys that throw curveballs use that knuckle curve.
Oh, that finds a hole. Kelenic charges. Correa will hold it third. 3 consecutive hits.
Well, this is just a slider, and it stays away from Julian, and he just goes the other way with it. McDelivery Supermo. You see him stay on that slider, and a little elevation to it as well, and just hits it right back through that left side for the base hit. Correa able to move up 90 feet.
A couple of opposite field hits, back-to-back opposite field hits for Minnesota. So maybe that's their game plan too, Dan. Stay in the middle of the field on Logan.
Yeah, no doubt. When you get a lot of that secondary stuff, you've got to think the other way and up the middle. Twins have been able to execute that pretty well here in this inning.
Here's Buxton. Flying out to center on a 2-2 pitch. First inning. Nobody out. A run in, runners at the corners. When Buxton was playing in center field, they asked him, hey, you got to play deeper. So we try to in order to try to prevent you from running into walls. Gets you already back there. But his not at 100%, so he's been DHing almost the entire season.
We saw Julian take off in the first inning. Stole a base.
Runner holds. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Mike, we saw this guy make some catches last year in Minnesota that were just spectacular, going straight back, going for the gaps. And when he was healthy, he was as good as anybody in the game.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about a 5-tool player, that's what he is. He's turned himself into one. He can do everything. He has power. Covers a lot of ground, obviously. When he's healthy, he can steal some bases for you. Covers out in center field everything.
He's done all DHing this year. He's only had one season where he's played more than 100 games. Hard to believe as good a player as he's been. We've seen it. Chopper foul.
Pretty good split right there, just down out of the strike zone, barely getting a piece of it.
That's really where you want to be with that pitch, down below the zone.
Big out to get right here. Buxton, their 3-hole hitter. Alex Kirilloff is next. And it works out for Logan. Third strikeout of the evening. First time swinging. There's one down here in the third.
Picking up this pitch, the splitter, he's done some pretty good work for him this year. EQC Tracer has it right there on the outside corner, just maybe out of the strike zone, but gets in to chase it.
Yeah, really good location with that one. That one's a tough one. And that's a big out right there because now the double play gets you out of the inning and prevents that run from scoring. So big strikeout there from Logan.
JP playing up the middle. Ball one. Good block by Cal. Kirilloff grounded out to first to Ty France to end the first inning. 1-0 on a Correa RBI double. This is where it helps to have the #1 strikeout team in front of you. #1 strikeout team in the major leagues. One and two.
You can see why. Part of the reason why they're striking out so much is they're willing to chase. That pitch was a slider off the plate, well down below the zone.
One out. Runners at the corners and a 1-2 pitch here.
You go back and you look at the 3 hits to start this inning, all of them up in the plate and basically middle in or out over the plate for them, but they are elevated.
Two and two.
See him really working that down part of the zone, try to get that ground ball.
He could use the double play for sure. Help the team out, obviously, but he's at 60 pitches with just the one out here in the third.
Yep. He'll take the strikeout, but the double play would serve him a lot better.
All these foul balls are not helping that cause.
No.
Scott Servais saw his team get just 2 runs on 6 hits, but the pitching staff made it stand up in a 2-0 win over the Tigers. They needed that win yesterday. 2-2. Oh, hit the umpire. That is a foul ball. Mike Malinsky, local guy, got lit up on that one.
Twins may take a look at this one. Ball hit down the line.
He made the call right away.
Yep.
In fact, he didn't even have both feet on the ground. He was throwing his hands up.
Rocco out to talk to the home plate umpire.
Mike out of Tacoma. Alan Porter in the middle.
Ball had a lot of hook to it. You see it hit just inside the between the line and the grass there, but it had a lot of spin to it. And as soon as it hit the ground and it hit the dirt, it looked like it kicked foul hard. Otherwise, I think if it had hit in the grass, it might have stayed fair.
I think it would have. I think it looked like it hit the cut of the grass.
Yeah.
And you can see the umpire doing what he's supposed to. He was in foul territory. Now they're going to talk about it, get together.
Walensky coming in. Jim Wolf, the home plate umpire. Sean Barber at second. Alan Porter with his back to you as the crew chief.
It just has to go over the base in fair territory.
The thing that was impressive about that is not only trying to get out of the way, but you could see he had his eye on the ball the whole time.
Yeah.
He was looking right at it to see if it was going to go over that corner, and he didn't think so.
Mike back home is a UW guy, Mike. Mike Walensky.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. 2-2, 1 out runners at the corners. A 1-0 lead here for Minnesota. Third inning. And Logan Gilbert would love a ball hit right to J.P. Crawford is playing up the middle. 2-2 pitch. One got away.
Pretty good at bat right here by Kirilloff. Fouling off a couple tough ones. Now been able to get the count to 3-2. See if they put Julian in motion here.
Julian, pretty good lead. He holds a pitch. Oh, high drive into the gap. Teo, wow, sinking drive, and he makes the catch. That'll score Correa. That looked like it was trouble off the bat. That wind that's going across the field towards the right field foul pole really sunk down. RBI for Kirilloff, his 23rd. 2-0 Minnesota.
Well, this wind has played a little havoc here in the outfield early, and Teo gets to it, but then you can see it just dies. We saw it earlier on a fly ball to center field with Julio. I don't think Teo's able to throw out Correa on that play anyway, but that wind's still certainly a factor in the outfield right now.
I don't think he had much of a chance. Correa still runs well.
That thing got off the bat quickly and then
just died.
Yeah. A 2-0 lead for the Twins. As you look at Donovan Solano, third baseman, flied out to right field his first time. Inning started with Michael A. Taylor doubling down the left field line. Correa followed with a double up the right field line. Base hit. That scored a run. Base hit for Julian. A strikeout. Now an RBI on the sac fly by Kirilloff. Not as sharp as he's been the last two starts, fellas.
No, he hasn't. You see the pitch count, but as we mentioned earlier, a lot of foul balls on this one too, and they're putting together some pretty good ABs against what I think is some quality stuff out of them tonight. We mentioned the strikeouts. We haven't seen much of that.
Ball and 2 strikes.
Another nice stop by Cal. A curveball in the dirt. Julian holding it first. See the pitch count per inning. 26 in the first inning. 26 already here in the third.
2-2. Did he go? No.
Watching Cal block that ball down, you had a chance to see him on his way up. What were some of the strengths that he had behind the plate?
For one thing, it was really just his maturity. That was one of the more impressive things about him. He'd been around the game so much, and just he was head and shoulders above others on the mental side of the game, and just handling pitching staffs and handling a baseball game, and that's so important. There's a lot of young players today that don't have that coming in because they haven't had to call pitches, they haven't had to quarterback a defense. But Cal was head and shoulders above that. He had a lot of the physical tools, was a great blocker.
3-2 pitch, runner goes, pitch swung on and missed. And Cal will apply the tag, and the damage limited to 2 runs. Twins on top. Mobile coverage cam here at the ballpark here in Seattle. Beautiful night here. Puffy clouds, nice breeze blowing from the left field foul pole to the right field foul pole. It's already played tricks on a couple of balls that were hit in the air towards center and to right center. Sonny Gray has struck out 3 through the first 2 innings. Mariners had 2 men on, a double play and a strikeout squelched the possible threat. Here's Mike Ford. He's been a lot more aggressive swinging the bat. Scott Servais telling me the other day, he says not looking for that perfect pitch, just a little bit more swing, a lot more swing mode. It's paid off for him.
It'll be interesting to see Sonny Gray and how he responds. A little bit longer inning on offense for the Twins. Sometimes that can disrupt your timing as a pitcher. A veteran guy like Gray probably went up through a little bit in the cages, maybe up behind the dugout just to try to stay loose, but we've seen it with some younger pitchers who really throws them off.
Ford, like so many of the Mariners, looking to get going here. 1 for 7 on the homestand. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Third go round with the Mariners. Tell you what, Sonny Gray making the ball dance tonight.
That's a pretty good take right there, just off the inside corner. Another breaking ball, it's a sweeper right there.
This is the count, though, Mike, where the veteran pitchers really separate themselves. They just don't give in, as you mentioned earlier. It's one of those situations where still going to make a quality pitch on you.
3-2.
And at this point, they're aware of Mike. 24 hits, 9 home runs for him.
A couple of proud universities represented by these 2 guys, Vanderbilt and Princeton. 1 out. 1 down here in the third. Today's SAP broadcast brought to you by the Laborers Union, 47,000 strong in the Northwest. Glad you could join us, everybody. Dave Sims along with Dan Wilson, and Mike Blowers is back with us. Jose Caballero, his first plate appearance. I'm sure you've seen how this young guy has manipulated the clock since you were gone. I mean, he's the master.
I've seen him upset a few pitchers along the way, too.
Yeah, no doubt.
Third baseman Solano was playing deep. He tried to drop one down on him. Solano backs up. Same depth as he was before. 0-1 pitch. Popped it up. Sonny Gray, 2 down. Not seen a lot of successful bunt attempts for base hits this year. That's an understatement.
Pacifico is brewed for those who live life anchors up.
Top of the order, here's J.P. Crawford. Last time we were in Anaheim, I talked to Rod Carew about that. He said he didn't care where the third baseman was. He said, I can get it down, and I don't care what depth he was, I can get it down. And that's a lost art.
I believe it with him, especially if you just put it in the right spot. Being in the left side, left-handed batter's box, you have such an advantage anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You can see where.
Make it check up, man.
Oh.
One of my former teammates, Brett Butler, was really good at bunting also.
Rod did mention Brett Butler is a guy he liked watching do and employ that kind of offense. It's a short list.
As we've talked about before, you know those guys are going to bunt. You're still ready for it, and they're still able to do it because they're just so good at it.
Yeah.
I remember the first thing he said, get it down first. Don't worry about running. Get it down. If you get it down the right way, be a good chance. Of course, as he always does, you know, it's 152 for 191 in bunt attempts. JP trying to get something going here. 3-1, 2 outs. Sonny Gray has not been in much trouble here thus far. Strike 2. Double play helped him out in the second inning. Struck out 2 in the first inning. Went 1, 2, 3 in that frame. And he's got 2 outs here in the third. Another strikeout for Sonny, his 4th. Mariners are gone in the third. 2-0 Minnesota.
Piper Shaw here with you at the Ford Sports Desk. The Everett Aqua Sox had the day off today, and so they are in the ballpark tonight. They were with the Mariners at batting practice this afternoon, and they're getting ready ready for a 6-game series against Tri-City that starts tomorrow. Mariners #2 prospect Cole Young was promoted last week to the Aqua Sox and played in his first couple games this weekend with the club. And Gabriel Gonzalez also played in his first 3 games this weekend with the Aqua Sox. He had 1 run, 1 double, 1 homer, and 6 RBIs in those 3 games. So, guys, so far some pretty promising additions to Everett's lineup.
Indeed, Piper, thank you very much. I had a chance to talk to Harry Ford, his backup, Miller,
Andrew Miller.
Andrew Miller. Yep. A couple of good-looking prospects. Obviously, Harry high atop the list of prospects for the Mariners. Man, right out of high school, a couple of years here with the organization already. Great personality.
Oh, Harry's the best, and it's great to see the whole club down there during batting practice, just soaking it all in. The one nice thing about the minor league schedule now, Mondays are off, and they were not traveling today, so had a chance to come down to the ballpark, watch BP, get to say hello to some of the guys they saw in spring training, and just a great day to be out at the ballpark today.
I had a good time reading faces down there.
Yeah.
In this, a lot for many of them first time here or a big league ballpark. Max Kepler, Ryan Jeffers, Joey Gallo, 6, 7, and 8 for the Twins here in the 4th inning. Twins 48-46 atop the American League Central. He hung one and paid for it down into the corner. Whoa, there's a break that Kepler fell down, and he's still going to get the double. He'll hear it from his boys.
I am not sure I've ever seen this before.
I tell you what,
his own bat tripped him up.
He almost just pulled up at first base with a single. You can see the bat trip him up. He'll lose his helmet, go into a little bit of a roll.
Good athlete to get up and roll.
And look, he kind of stops after first base, then he just continues on.
Probably took him a second to get himself together again. He's a good athlete, though. He can run.
There he goes. And then look at this first look right into the dugout. Oh, my goodness.
He knows. He knows.
That tape's going to live forever. Baseball humor being what it is, they're not going to let him forget that one for a while. Leadoff double, Kepler. Hit a 10-pitch at bat his first time up. Good stop by Cal. Can't find it. Now he does. Jeffers a base hit to right. Right now, Sonny Gray out pitching Logan Gilbert. Logan trying to get things back in order here for himself. High fly ball. Look at the wind knock it back. Kelenic had a long way to go. Wow. Man, oh man. Good read, good reaction by J.K. out there.
That is a great play because he came back almost to the wall, and he really had to cover a lot of ground by the end of this. Gets to the warning track, and then he comes all the way over to the foul wall here to make the catch.
Tremendous concentration.
He didn't take it for granted, that's for sure. He definitely did not give up on that.
That's 3 balls now in the outfield that we've seen that wind really play tricks on the outfielders.
Adcock, Ty Adcock starting to heat up. Boy, the wind has been a factor.
Yeah, Logan approaching 80 pitches, working here in the 4th.
Joey Gallo, definitely want to keep this guy in the yard. Gallo lined out to Teoscar Hernandez first time up. One out runner at second. That is a mile high pop up. Wow. Look at his hard hit rate. That's keeps him in the big leagues. Well above average. Strikeout numbers well above average too.
He's an all or nothing kind of hitter. Strikes out a lot.
Oh.
But when he makes contact, he hits it hard.
Gallo's strikeout rate this year 40.6%.
You see the average on the MLB 23%, so he is well above average in terms of strikeouts.
One. Towering pop-up. Cabby's under it. Wow, he had to make an adjustment. Cannot take anything for granted in the air here this evening. I must be swirling like crazy between
I think you're right about that.
Center field and right field. Based on what we saw, balls hit to Julio and Teo. Michael A. Taylor, a hard double down the left field line. Another pop. Let's see how Julio reacts. No, it won't be Julio, to be Caballero. There you go. Leadoff double proves to be harmless. Had a couple of laughs. Max Kepler could laugh at himself. It's 2-0 Minnesota. Avenue. 1 in 7 people have unclaimed cash. Do you? Visit claimyourcash.org. And by UW-Medicine, top-ranked research, care, and learning working together to improve your health. UW-Medicine, a higher degree of health care. That's a good-looking Frenchie right there. Mariner colors. Here's Julio. And this day in Mariners history. Julio bounces one to third, back ended nicely by Solano. 1 out. 50th All-Star game at the Kingdome. Dave Parker had the great throw to Gary Carter to get Brian Downing, I believe it was. That was a heck of an All-Star game,
That
too.
was a great throw. We've seen a couple replays of that for this All-Star game here this year, but wow, what a great play. That's such an iconic throw from Dave Parker.
I think there's a case for him being in the Hall of Fame, too, man. He was a great player.
Been on some pretty good ball clubs, too.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Pittsburgh, Cincinnati.
Yeah. Jared Kelnick struck out on a 2-2 pitch first time up. And Parker, the Cobra, the way he coiled up and held that bat like that. Big man, too. Battling Parkinson's disease these days. Boy, go back and look at some YouTube and find some Dave Parker highlights. Five-tool guy. Rolls over on this. Good hustle up the line. Snow coned it. Did Kirilloff for the out.
They might want to take another look at this one. It's a little interesting play. It does look like
I think they had it right.
Kirilloff was able to hold on to it, but on initial look, it looked like maybe it had popped out of his glove just momentarily.
Looks like he turns his glove over just in time.
Yeah. Nice play to keep his foot on the bag, too.
It looked like it was going to be a fairly routine play, but it didn't turn out that way.
Good reaction by Kirilloff. Strike one to Gino. Got a base hit to center.
Well, Mike, this is classic Sonny Gray. Get 2-run lead, and he's just keeping the ball on the ground, trying to stay pretty efficient with his pitch count as well. And
he's been very efficient.
Yep.
Just 42 pitches now.
Only time he was in trouble, Gino leads off the second with a base hit to center, base hit to right by Cal, but then a double play ball, and a strikeout ended the threat. Two out, nobody on, and a 1-2 count to Suarez.
Gabe Spire, left-hander, getting loose in the Mariner pen.
Two and two. Sonny Gray began his career in Oakland and went to the Yankees. Didn't work out real well there. Went to Cincinnati for 3 seasons. Now in his second year with Minnesota, went 8-5 with the Twins last year.
Really pounding that down and away part of the zone with that slider. Has been missing just a little bit too much. Not able to get that swing from Gino. See what he does here. 3-2.
And Gino had the base hit on a two-seamer his first time up on the first pitch, and he's basically stayed with the slider.
Another strikeout for Sonny Gray. His 5th. Mariners go quietly in the 4th. 2-0 Twins. This evening, Logan Gilbert coming off of 2 outstanding starts going against the all-star Sonny Gray, and right now the edge goes to Sonny Gray. He's got the 2-0 lead.
Yeah, for Logan today, as you mentioned, keeping him to 2 runs. He also had to throw a lot of pitches. You see what Sonny Gray's done. He's been very efficient. We talked about that, Dan, just a couple of hits.
We give some a little bit of credit to the Minnesota Twins hitters. A couple of long at bats, a lot of foul balls off of Logan that has contributed to that higher pitch count. Starts this inning at 82 pitches.
Yeah, and that was right from the get-go. 26 pitches in the first.
Top of the order, here's Correa. Fouls one off. 0-2. Correa, Julian, and Buxton 1, 2, and 3 here for the Twins.
Correa has doubled. He's 1 for 2, drove in a run and scored a run.
You know, given his 232, you look at Buxton's 199. In a lot of ways, it's pretty amazing. They're in first place in their division. Those numbers are way down.
Yeah, it's been a slow year for Correa. He's been a little bit hotter as of late, and they moved him to that leadoff spot. Kind of turned it on. He's been hit 348 since going to the leadoff spot, so he's been a little bit more hot here lately.
Correa ends up back with Minnesota. Like he was going to be with the Mets. That fell through. It looked like he was going to be a Giant. That fell through, and he's back in Minnesota. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. So Logan Gilbert racks up his 5th strikeout to match Sonny Gray's 5. 1 out here in the 5th.
This is one of the best splitters he's thrown today. It was sharp action to it, home plate, and then just dives. And that was one of the better ones he's thrown. Got on top of that one, McDelivery Supermo. You see it just disappear when it gets to home plate. Correa tries to reach for it, no chance.
Big key to that is that out of his hand, it looked like it was going to be probably right around the knees. Thinking it's a fastball, so you're right. He really sold that pitch.
Got some activity out in the pen. Gabe Spire, left-hander. Stephen Vogt, bullpen coach on the left. Scott Service hoping for his team to come alive offensively. Just 2 hits. There's a base hit going the other way. Julian, his 2nd hit. 2 for 2 with a walk and a stolen base.
Well, Julian's been on base 3 times tonight. Couple hits and a walk. McDelivery Supermo. Again, another inside-out swing. Fastball up in the zone. And he just knocks it the other way. Picks up that base hit.
I mentioned the struggles of some of the hitters in the lineup. That has not been him. He's hitting over 290.
There's Buxton 0 for 2, fly to center and a strikeout. High fly ball. Julio giving chase. Wind knocked it down.
Logan now at 90 pitches, and it looks like Scott is going to let him try to finish this inning, even though it's a left-handed hitter walking to the plate.
So 2 outs. Kirilloff with the sacrifice fly, 3rd inning. Two runs and 6 hits for the Twins. No runs, 2 hits for the Mariners. Boy, his front side flew open there.
Good backdoor slider to start the at bat, down in the zone.
1-1. Julian got a stolen base in the 1st inning. Just the 2nd of the season. Inching out a little bit further. 1-1 pitch. The other way again. Base hit for Kirilloff. 1st and 2nd, 2 outs. He's done a very effective job going the other way tonight.
Wow, this is a pretty good piece of hitting right here. You're a left-handed hitter. You go down below the zone like this, down and away at 94. Again, just taking what he gives you. McDelivery Supermo, you see the swing and it solid line drive to left on a really difficult pitch. That'll bring out Pete Woodworth for a visit. I'm pretty impressed with this Minnesota lineup, Mike. They really have been.
We talked about what their approach was early.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
We talked about it early in the game, and they've hit some pretty good pitches at times. They certainly made him work. 93 pitches now in the ball game. You mentioned that last pitch. That is terrific hitting right there, because not only was it down and away out of the strike zone, but it was moving away from him too.
Yep.
Twins are 2 for 5 runners in scoring position this evening.
So here we go. Donovan Solano. Solano, a fly to right and a strikeout, 0 for 2. 2 out, 2 on for Logan, trying to get out of it. Ground ball. Cabby selling out. And Ty France was able to hold the bag. Mike Malinsky indicated there was an out there, didn't he?
Well,
He did say he was out.
see what happens here.
They indicated he was out. All right.
No challenge.
I was wondering what everybody was doing. I saw a point. Mike's usually pretty demonstrative, and he was right here. And that's a good, that was a good play. Might have got away with it. We move forward and back after this. T-Mobile Park, Mariners capping off the 10-game homestand with a 3-game set against the Blue Jays Friday through Sunday. So tickets, yep, they're going fast. You may want to grab some before all your Canadian neighbors grab them. Lock in your seats today at mariners.com. The big fairy beast. That was a good boy. Blue Jays surging. Hit a number on Arizona over the weekend. Mariners just 2 hits against Sonny Gray. Strike 1 to Cal Raleigh. Cal, Oscar Hernandez, and Ty France, 5, 6, and 7 coming up here in the 5th.
Cal was a solid base hit his first time up.
Chopper going foul. Base hit to right for Cal. 1 of 2 hits. Those 2 hits came back to back in the 5th. Gino base hit to center and Cal base hit to right. That's been it. Sonny Gray, 5 strikeouts, hasn't walked anybody.
Cal got that 4-seamer up in the zone and smoked a line drive to right. Now he's behind 0-2.
Hudson Buff at second baseman. Julian, 1 out. Here's what Sonny Gray has done through the first 4 innings. Outs by pitch type.
Yeah, that's a factor right there, especially when you look at the way he mixes it up and the fastball at the top of the zone and the breaking ball, the sinker down.
Oscar Hernandez bounced into a double play first time. Strike 1. Teo trying to get hot again. 0 for 1 tonight. Just 2 for his last 28.
5 ground outs already for Gray tonight, 1 of which was a double play.
And that was on the sinker.
Yep. So he has kept the ball on the ground and
as
weak
contact.
Yeah, as advertised.
To the gap and in left center field, how to get down. Teo with a one-out double here in the 5th inning. He's going to bring the tying run to the plate. Ringing double by Teo, his 16th double of the season.
There's the sweeper. Look at the location on it. It's one of the few mistakes. That's left middle in. He wanted to go to the outside corner. Pretty good exit below on that too. We'll give him 107 on it. Solid double.
That slider, Mike, looked like it backed up on him a little bit. It was just good hitting right there for Teo, and he was all over it.
One out runner at second. Ty France struck out on a 2-2 pitch. Caught in between. Strike one.
Now for Ty, he's been struggling lately, and look at his chase rate. It's been up. And this first time up, he chased a couple of breaking balls that weren't really that close. So he's just a little out of sync right now. You and I were talking about, Danny. We both have been there.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of mind games you play to get yourself right?
Try just about everything. Yeah, I can tell he's just not picking the baseball up. Normally he's not going to take that. Ty really is an aggressive hitter anyway, and he typically doesn't miss many pitches like that last one, so he's just not seeing the ball like we're used to watching him.
0-2 from Sonny Gray. Teo Hernandez is out at second. Up and in. That got his attention. 1-2. One and two to Ty. Teo ready to run here. One out. Outside. Great stop by Jeffers.
I can tell you this too, Dave. When you're struggling, any kind of base hit will do.
Oh yeah.
Any kind.
No doubt.
Just maybe sometimes, you know, even if it's an infield hit, maybe that'll get you going. Get jammed and hit the ball in the outfield.
They can get right on one pitch here. Mean the world to the Mariners. Here's the pitch.
Staying with that breaking ball.
Yeah, continuing to pound that down and away. Jeffers doing a really nice job back there, knocking those balls down, getting a pretty good range. He's having to go laterally pretty far to make those blocks.
Probably knew that was going to be the case coming to the ballpark today with Gray on the mound.
Kid's got some arsenal. 3-2 to Ty. Runner in scoring position. And he missed. Go ahead run's going to come to the plate. Mike Ford. First walk issued by Sonny Gray.
Papa Murphy's presents How to Change the Way You Pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Right now, get the chicken garlic pizza for just $11.99 at papamurphys.com.
Well, Mike, you mentioned sometimes it just takes a blue pit, any kind of hit really to get you going. Sometimes it can even be a walk, and that was a pretty good at-bat right there for him. He did swing at the pitch early in the count. It was out of the zone. But
he was going to take the base, to your point, Dan.
But able to come back, battle back to 3-2, not chase a lot of pitches that were out of the zone.
But you did at the start of that being his first at-bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he laid off a bunch of them that were still out there because he was going to keep seeing that sweeper.
Pete Mackey, the pitching coach for Minnesota, said his piece. Ty still got that good sense of humor. Gotta love that. So some numbers. Here's an opportunity now for Mike Ford and the Mariners. One out, runners at first and second. Mike's the go-ahead run. 2-0 Minnesota here, bottom 5. He's very particular where and when he throws a fastball because tons of faith in his breaking stuff. And you guys talked about it, an arsenal of sweeper, four-seamer, sinker, cutter, change, curve. Swung over the top, 1-1.
That's a slider, and when you locate it right there on that inside corner at the knees, it's a tough pitch for a lefty to lay off.
1-1 to Mike Ford. Mariners threatening again here, one out. That gets away. Both runners will advance. Base hit will tie it.
That's a big break, and Mike Ford pointing to his foot. They might be wanting to take a look at this to see if it hit Mike in the back foot.
McDelivery Supermo will take a look. Yeah, that looked like it hit him on the toe.
Right on the toe. A little bit of a deflection, and you see Jeffers was not able to make the block, and that's why.
Seattle is challenging that the batter was hit by the pitch.
Take another look at it. You'll see it hit just on that left toe, and then kick back on Jeffers. Sneak under his glove.
I don't know if that was as definitive as the first one.
You could see Mike pointed his foot right away.
Yep.
Typically, if a hitter is not hit, he's not going to do that. It certainly looked like it hit off the front of his shoe.
After review, the call is overturned. The batter was hit by the pitch. First base.
Now it's time to capitalize on this opportunity. Bases loaded, 1 out. Hernandez at third, France at second, Ford at first. Infield about halfway. Caballero tried to bunt his way on, popped it up first time.
Well, we talked about it earlier, Mike. Veteran pitchers get really, really good in these situations. We saw the numbers 091 with the bases loaded. The opponent's average against Gray. So it's going to be a tough at bat, but the Mariners can pick it up here. What a big lift.
And quickly ahead.
So 0-2 to Cabby. J.P. Crawford on deck.
He started with a sinker and came back with the cutter.
Mariners hit 2-1 in the second double play. Stop that. And a strikeout. They got him loaded here in the fifth. Oh-2 to Caballero. Another fine job by Jeffers. 1-2.
Well, he has a lot of confidence in Jeffers back there.
He should, from what we've seen.
Yeah, he's blocked everything, and the only reason he didn't block the other one was because it hit Mike Ford in the foot and redirected. He's done a really nice job.
Big spot here for the Mariners. A tremendous opportunity. That gets through. Teo scores. Ty France will get the stop sign. Mariners on the board. Jose Caballero. It's a 2-1 Twins lead here in the fifth. RBI for Cabby is 21st.
Pretty good hitting, too. We mentioned it. Doesn't make many mistakes, but he does this time. Exit velo of 98 miles an hour. He hits it through, but this is a hanging curveball. Pretty much middle of the plate. Those are the ones you do not want to miss, and he certainly didn't. He barreled it up, driving in a run.
JP. It's a good chance to do some damage here. JP is lined out to second and struck out.
Oh, we've seen JP come up with some huge hits with the bases loaded this year. This is a good situation for him right here.
Good eye. 2-0.
6 for 9 with the bases loaded for JP on the season, so he likes being in this situation.
JP with the advantage right now. 2-0. Bases loaded, 1 out. Correa is under it. So 2 outs. Brings up Julio. He'll be the 7th man to the plate here in the 5th inning. Well, they'd like to get more than 1 run. That's for dang sure. Julio struck out looking and grounded out the third. Good rip.
Pretty good fastball to hit, too. Right in the middle of the plate at 93 miles an hour.
Julio showing a lot of color tonight. Shoes and the compression sleeve. The 0-1.
I think the Mariners have done a pretty good job, Mike, of laying off that slider at the bottom of the zone there. He's trying to expand a lot out there with that slider. We've seen so many blocks from Jeffers. A lot of them have been takes by the Mariners. They're doing a nice job of laying off.
I think after the first time through, they started to make that adjustment.
Yep.
Great situation for Julio. Bases loaded, 2 out. A 2-1 Twins lead. So Wolf said that was a foul ball, so 1-2.
That ball was just running hard. It was a two-seamer and just running right into the bat. Just caught a piece of it.
1-2 from Sonny Gray.
That is a great take.
2-2.
To your point, Dan.
Yep, another good take. See what Gray tries to do here. He's been really pounding that zone.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Full count.
And he goes back to it again. Another no chase.
J-Rod squad ready to go nuts.
See if he can get something that's more on the plate.
Yep.
Something in the air deep too. 3-2 pitch to Julio. 2 out, runners go. The pitch. He takes. And he's good to go, says Mike Malinsky. Ball 4, run scores, tie ball game. Julio, what an at bat. Picks up an RBI, his 50th. New ball game at 2-2.
Well, he tries to go 4-seam, top of the zone. 93 miles an hour. Jeffers really wanted it. But Julio able to hold up, draw the walk, and pick up the RBI and tie this ball game up.
Here's Kelenic. Ball 1. J.K. is struck out and grounded out to second.
No activity in the Minnesota pen.
Jeff talking about how efficient he had been, but they're making him work in this inning.
Yeah.
What an opportunity here for the boys. They got to cash it in. Got to get him on the ropes. Got to knock him through the ropes. Kelenic, 8th man to the plate here in the 5th inning. Mike Ford's at 3rd, Caballero at 2nd, and Julio at 1st. Kelenic a 1-0 count. He's 0 for 2 today. Is it going to get down? It does. Ford scores right behind him. Cabby. Julio will hold it second. 2-run single. Jarred Kelenic, and the Mariners have the lead at 4-2 here in the 5th inning. Mike, you called it. Doesn't matter what kind of hit, too. You don't care. It doesn't have to be a bullet or anything. It has to be pretty.
Well, I think he lets the ball travel. It's a fastball, and it's going to jam him, but nice inside-out swing to pick up a couple of RBIs and give the Mariners the lead. Head right on it, Dan.
Yeah, we've seen him do this so often, Mike, with runners in scoring position. He is not afraid to use the other way, pick up some RBIs. He's done it a lot. And those are 2 huge RBIs right there for the Mariners.
Gino, 9th man to the plate. Kelenic just missed a home run yesterday. Off the wall in deep left field. Gino can blow this wide open. 2 outs, runners at 1st and 2nd. Thought about it, held up, 1-1. Jordan Balazovic heating up. Ninth man to the plate here, 5th inning for the Mariners. Made that pitch dance, didn't he?
Couple of sliders in the zone. See if he goes back to that down and away zone again to see if he tries to get the chase. Yep.
Very productive inning by the Mariners and trying to keep it going too. Two pitch, 2 out, 2 on. 4-2 Mariners. Long hold by Jeffers.
Another good take in this inning, Dan. That's another pitch that he expects you to chase.
Yep. A lot of credit to the Mariner hitters for laying off those pitches that are just off the plate, down and away. It's really led to some great success here in this inning.
36 pitch coming up here. Gino due for a home run spurt. Bouncing ball to third. Solano backhands, throws in time. Good inning for the Mariners. They put 4 on the board. We go to the 6th. It's 4-2 Mariners.
T-Mobile Park, I've got to say, spending summer nights at the ballpark is always such a treat, but tonight with canines roaming the concourse, it is even better. Somehow I've seen so many beautiful pups, it's already made my week, and it is only Monday. Now, if you missed out on tonight's Bark in the Park, do not fret. There are still 2 more days this season that you can bring your dog to the ballpark. The next one is Wednesday, August 9th. You can get tickets at mariners.com/bark. It's $35 for entry for you and your pup, so feel free to split up that cost however you see fit between you and your dog. But always fun here at the ballpark to hang out with your furry friends. Dave.
All right, Piper, thank you very much. No question, man. A lot of good-looking dogs here. Logan Gilbert, he's got a chance to win this ball game. He was still pitcher of record. The boys put the 4 runs up on the board. Here's what Logan did. It wasn't as smooth and crisp as his last 2, but it was good enough.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You see the numbers, 5 innings, 94 pitches, and that was really the tail of the tape tonight. Was just his pitch count got up kind of high. A lot of foul balls from the Minnesota Twins, a lot of long at bats, but battled through those 5 innings, gave the Mariners offense a chance to explode, which they did there in the 5th, and now he's got a chance to win a ball game.
Beacon Plumbing called to the pen, and it's been an outstanding bullpen as we showed you earlier. Gabe Spire has done a very nice job this year.
Yeah, 38th appearance on the year, a 3.94 ERA, 28 strikeouts, only 4 walks over 29 2/3. Good fastball and slider combination. He'll throw both fastballs, 4-seamer and 2-seamer.
Pretty good velo right there at 95 miles an hour.
Kepler, Jefferson, Gallo. 6, 7, and 8 coming up here for the Twins. Easy play for Ty France. Flip to Spire, 1 out.
That was the two-seamer right there, running in on the hands of Kepler. That's a really good pitch. Tied him up big time. Weak ground ball.
Good to have you with us here. Mariners Baseball, Roots Sports. Dave Sims, Dan Wilson, Mike Blowers is back with us. First of 7 games in the next 10 days against the Minnesota Twins, the current front runner in the American League Central Division, 48-46, 2.5 up on Cleveland starting today.
And a good slider to get ahead of the count there on Jeffers. Starts that off the plate away and brings it right on the dish.
From watching him, he seems to like to elevate the fastball too. A couple fastballs to the first hitter and even jammed him on a high fastball.
1-1 to Jeffers, the catcher. Base hit to right, and a nice play running down a high fly ball to foul territory. Left field by Jared Kelnick back in the 4th. One and two. Mariners just sent 9 men to the plate against Sonny Gray. They get 4 runs on 3 hits, leave a couple.
Another high heater and caught a break on it, getting the call.
Swing and a miss. Quick 2 down. First strikeout for Spire.
Well, he started him with that backdoor slider and he finishes them with a beauty that just catches the outside corner. Really good pitch. Mick delivery, Supermo. You see Jeffers wanting to pull off that and at the last second trying to stay on it but could not do it.
There's Joey Gallo lined out to right, popped up to second. This is just what the bullpen did yesterday. Brash, Topa, Munoz, and Sewald just coming in pumping strikes. Oof.
Yeah, that's 10 pitches now for Spire. 8 of them have been for strikes. He's just been not just filling up the zone, but good quality strikes too.
There's Matt Brash.
And another elevated heater.
Yep.
And Jim Wolf got the brunt of that, didn't he? Yep. Looks like he's trying to shake it off. Home plate umpire. Spire in charge here, 0-2. High fly ball chasing Julio back on the track. Got it measured. Gonna look at it. Leave the ballpark. Joey Gallo with a home run, his 17th. And some kind of strong. We've seen a lot of that over the years. 4-3 ball game. That was an 0-2 pitch.
Now fastball didn't get it to the top of the zone. It was more middle. 422 feet. McDelivery, Supermo. And there aren't too many people in this game that are going to get a home run to center field with the wind blowing in. And as high as he hit that, tremendous carry on it.
Yeah, he's talking about looking at unleashing that swing. I mean, get through the ball. Wow. Spire looked like he was in great shape there. 2 outs and an 0-2 pitch. Going to bring Matt Brash to face Michael A. Taylor when we get back. By T-Mobile, home or away, get the best 5G coverage in the game with T-Mobile. And by Virginia Mason Franciscan Health, the Mariners' proud partner in health. Another gorgeous sunset here in Seattle. We're so spoiled this time of year. 2 out, 6th inning, 4-3 Mariner lead. Joey Gallo just homered. And the MLB Ballpark app's going to complete your next visit to T-Mobile Park. Buy and manage game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, and much more. So download the MLB Ballpark app today. Well, Spire would love to have that 0-2 pitch he threw to Joey Gallo back.
It looked like it was going to be an easy inning for him, too.
Matt Brash takes over. Beard coming in nicely.
45th appearance on the year. 3.41 ERA, 64 strikeouts in 37 innings. Only 15 walks over that span. Good hard fastball, upper 90s, close to 100 miles an hour, and then that sweeping slider. It's devastating.
Taylor was looking for the fastball, got it, couldn't get to it at 99.
Tough to hit at the top of the zone. 99 hard enough as it is.
Oh, follow that up with a really nice slider. Sharp, outside corner, well located. Quickly ahead 0-2.
2 out, a run in, nobody on. Taylor going to use his timeout.
I can see why.
No kidding.
2 really good pitches.
After those 2 pitches, you start talking to yourself a little bit.
You knew it was coming, nevertheless.
Yeah.
Boy, that was quick work. Not a surprise. Matt Brash been that good most of the year. Mariners still lead it. It's 4-3. Story right now, big 4 spot by the Mariners puts them in front. Beautiful night here in Seattle. Sonny Gray, his 4th consecutive time getting into the 6th inning. 4th consecutive time, and 4-3 record, made the All-Star team. Seems like he's got a multitude of pitches.
He'll start this inning with 83 pitches. A little surprised to see him back out there, but he's a veteran. He wants to be out there. And
2-0 to Cal. Let's see the Mariners continue to build on this lead. They sent 9 men to the plate, 4 runs on 3 hits. Julio, a bases loaded walk, 2-run single by Kelnick, and an RBI single by Caballero.
I think that they've made a nice adjustment against Sonny.
Yep.
He was just cruising along, and then all of a sudden they weren't chasing as much. Took advantage of that last inning, couple of walks and a hit batter, and they took advantage of it. Another big base hit for Kelenic.
4-pitch walk. Sounds like the start of maybe something big here. It's the 3rd walk issued by Sonny Gray. Marco Baldelli not making a move right now. Brings up Teoscar Hernandez. Bounced into a double play and a double to the gap in left center.
Yeah, he hit that backup slider and he smoked it into the left center gap. And Gray really seems to have lost his feel a little bit. He's getting a little frustrated. 4 pitches to Cal Raleigh. Only one of them was close to the strike zone.
Jammed him. Correa takes the out at first.
Yo, Jack, that a baked brownie in my munchie meal?
You know it, Snoop.
Say less.
Bullpen starting to crank up for Minnesota.
Ty France ready for a breakthrough. Strikeout, walk, and a run scored. Oliver Ortega heating up. Ty France is a career 2 for 6 against Sonny Gray.
It was that last at bat that he had that he just did not chase anything from Sonny Gray. Ended up walking and being a big part of that big inning in the 5th.
Cal Raleigh at second. 1-0 pitch here to Ty. Breaking ball in there for strike. He loves that pitch.
Yeah, he'd like to have it back, that's for sure.
Much more aggressive swing at it, though. Looked like he saw it a lot better.
You could tell he let it travel a little bit more instead of guessing.
Two and two. Both these teams, Mariners and the Twins, have been all around 500 mark, and most days within 3 games of 500 this season. How about this? The Mariners 103 days. Minnesota 81 days. Up the middle. Second baseman's right there. Julian throws over in time. Cal to third. 2 outs. A 2-out RBI waiting for Mike Ford. Mike this evening has bounced back to Sonny Gray and was hit by a pitch. Came around to score.
Another close take. Pretty good cutter just off the inside corner.
Puts a lot of effort into those breaking balls, doesn't he?
A lot of grunting going on down there. Tell you what, though, the veteran pitchers, they need you to chase. They really want you to chase. They need you to chase. And Mariner hitters have done a lot of taking of those close pitches, and it's really been to their advantage.
2-0 to Mike Ford. They get 3-0. Jose Caballero on deck. Mike's been hitting a lot of long ones lately.
I think they'll let him swing if he gets something he likes.
Absolutely. Turning loose. 3-0. Chuck it for a strike. Correa playing up the middle, really pushing the envelope in terms of getting so close to second base without going beyond it. new shift rules.
Yep.
3-1, big pitch.
It's 3 cutters during this at bat.
Trying to keep Mike from getting his arms extended. Cutter in on the hands.
Called timeout, thinking about it a little bit.
Two outs, runner at third. Mariners up a run, 3-2 to Ford. Look out.
Back to the cutter. He sped him up inside, Michael. See if he tries to go to the changeup. Maybe a backdoor slider if he just stays hard in on the hands.
We talked about it at the start of the game. He has a lot of options.
Yes, he does.
3-2.
Back with that sweeping slider.
I think he's got a medicine bag full of pitches. It's crazy.
Now at 100 pitches too. Well, hopefully he makes a mistake.
Infield pulled around to the right. Outfield pretty much straight away. Here comes the 3-2 again to Mike Ford. Runner at third. 4-3 Mariners, and that's going to be a wild pitch. And that's going to get another run in. So the Mariners now lead at 5-3. So a walk and a wild pitch.
This is heads up right here by Cal. You'll see the pitch. Trying to go back leg again with that slider. And Jeffers able to get to it, but not able to keep it in front of him. You see Cal is about halfway down the line. And that's an easy trot home and a big run for the Mariners.
Sonny Gray knocked out of the box here in the sixth. That wild pitch bonus for the Mariners, a 2-run lead.
Minnesota Twins 5-3. Also, where we are celebrating Christmas in July tonight, some of the halls around the concourse have been decked out in decor of holiday spirit. But holiday spirit isn't just about Santa and his reindeer. It's also about community and family and generosity. And that's why $10 from every ticket sold tonight goes to benefit Rick Riz's Toys for Kids. It's an organization that helps support children experiencing homelessness or abuse and their families. But they're also playing some classic holiday songs in certain parts around the park, and there's also photo ops with Santas. And guys, you know, July is also a good time to check in with yourself on how naughty and nice maybe you've been. You've got time to correct course if needed, of course.
Always time for that, for sure. Piper, thank you very much. Here's Caballero against Oliver Ortega, 26-year-old right-hander out of Nagua in the Dominican Republic.
6th appearance on the year, 8 innings, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Good fastball at 96. Sweeping slider and occasional curve.
Gabby Chase is there.
There's that slider right there.
Yeah, started him with the curve and came right back with the slider.
Couple of seasons with the Angels, limited capacity, 8 games in 21, 27 games last year, 1-3 with the Angels. And the chase. Gabby's gone quickly. Mariners pick up another run on the wild pitch. 5-3 Seattle. Here's what these 2 bullpens have done the last 10 games, Dan, and that strikeout rate by the Mariners, man, oh man, the opponent's batting average a .133, hardly walking anybody. Man, oh man.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive what the Mariners bullpen has been able to do. We saw it yesterday coming in, just slamming the door for 4 innings, and then tonight, Gabe Speier coming in, looking very, very solid until the Gallo home run, but Matty Brash doing a great job getting out of that inning and continuing here in the 6th.
Top of the order, he's got Correa leading off. Straightens him up, ball 1. Correa, a couple of strikeouts in between, an RBI double to right. His numbers way down. 2-0. Correa, Julian, and Buxton. $25,770 on hand. Game 1 of 4 here, and then we'll see Minnesota next week in Minneapolis for 3 games. So 7 games, 10 days against the Twins.
Little cutter right there from Matt Brash. Good time for it. 2-0 count.
Three and 1. Not trying to get back into it here. 3-1. And he lost him. Tying run coming to the plate. It's a big go time here for the Mariners, Dan. As we mentioned earlier, folks just joining us, tonight begins a stretch of 34 games against teams ahead of them. Tampa Bay, Texas, Minnesota, Baltimore, Houston, Toronto, Boston.
And no doubt this is the stretch and big series here at home coming up this weekend after the Twins series. That Toronto team coming in, and as you mentioned, Dave, has been streaking of late, playing very good baseball.
Julian, a couple base hits to left. He's done a really good job going the other way. Brash loves to throw a double play ball right here.
Oh, lots of sliders there on that inside part of the plate, trying to get Julien to roll over on it. And to your point, Dave, pick up that double play. He's been on base 3 times tonight.
One-two pitch. Nope. 2-2.
Another slider, trying to backdoor that one. Try to catch him off guard. Just below the zone.
Mariners looking for their first double play here tonight. Foul back. Checking out the Minnesota schedule. They just came off a sweep at Oakland. 5-4, 10-7, and 5-4. 4 games here. Then they go home for the White Sox for 3, the Mariners for 3. Three and 2 on their ledger. You got to be impressed. They're 4-3 against the Yankees, 4-2 against Houston, and 2-0 against Milwaukee. That's not too bad.
Rocco out to talk to home plate umpire.
Julien suspects something happened. Wrist. He's not giving up this AB. Managers, trainers, they don't miss much.
No, and I'm trying to figure out when he might have done that. Could have been on a dive, head first dive, maybe.
Stole a base back in the first. 3-2 from Brash.
Pretty good swing right there, but you can see him continuing to move that right wrist.
Tribute to him that he could get a piece of 98 like that.
Yeah.
Got him. That Brash, second strikeout, 1 down, 7th inning. That is just nasty stuff.
Yeah, it really is, and it's well located. 98 miles an hour, and he ticks that inside corner. McDelivery Supermo. See Julien trying to pull his hands in just to get a piece of it, but nothing there. Not when you have 98 and a lot of life to it.
Slider to Buxton, strike 1. Bucks tonight. Fly to center. Struck out. That ball to center field that the wind really played around with, but Julio adjusted nicely and made the play. Wind still swirling out in that center field area. Swing and a miss. Buxton going to use his timeout. Mariners win yesterday 2-0 over the Tigers. After losing the first 2 games to Detroit 5-4. 6-0 on Saturday. Probably was one of the more listless games the guys have played. They bounced back nicely yesterday. A couple of runs. The pitching was fabulous to hold the fort. The 0-2. Got him too. Matt Brash, nasty slider. He's faced 4 batters and K'd 3 of them.
Well, after the leadoff walk to Correa, nothing but quality pitches after that. And this 2-strike slider, he goes up above the top of the zone with it. And Buxton can't handle the 91 with slide to it up above the zone. Great pitch.
Kirilloff, the hitter, backs him way off. He's grounded out to Ty France, hit a sac fly and delivered a base hit to left. Didn't get all of it, but it was plenty for a base hit. Digging for third. Correa cruises into third as Teo gets it back to Ty France, the cutoff man. Runners at the corners. It's his second hit, Kirilloff.
Kirilloff's had some pretty good at-bats for the Mariners. That's going to bring out Scott Servais, but this is a cutter on the inside part of the plate. And he just doesn't have to do much to it. Just gets enough of the bat to it, hits it in the outfield grass. Picks up the base hit. Correa easily to third base. And that's going to be it for Matty.
Going to bring in Andres Munoz. Close out this seventh and maybe try to get a batter or two in the eighth. Mariners holding to a 5-3 lead, but the Twins have 2 on here in the seventh.
To 3 here at T-Mobile Park, and we are sending out a call to all super fans for a super night here at the ballpark. Wednesday is DC Comics night, and you could take away a Mariners Wonder Woman bobblehead, but this is an exclusive collectible item, meaning that it's only available to those who purchase tickets from mariners.com/DC Comics. But this is the perfect kind of collectible if you love Mariners baseball and you love superheroes or comic books. This is made just for you. Dan, what can you tell us about our new pitcher?
Well, Andres Munoz, we know him well. Got that 100-mile-an-hour fastball up near that triple digits often. 19th appearance on the season, 2.65 ERA, 17 innings, 25 strikeouts over those 17 innings, only 5 walks.
His first hitter is Donovan Solano as he tries to close out the 7th inning. This combination of Brash and Munoz back to back is murder. They're on. Oh.
Brash and Munoz both up close to 100 miles an hour, and then just nasty sliders. Good one right there, not getting the call. EQC Tracer will have that just ticking that outside corner, but not able to get the call.
This is Wimbledon. He would have had the call. Chopper. Well, 2 strikes. Mariners 5-3 lead. It all came together with a 4-run 5th, 9 men to the plate. They scored another run in the 6th on a wild pitch. This after threatening back in the 2nd against Sonny Gray, who was really tough till they finally knocked him out. 1-2 pitch.
Oh, good stop by Cal right there. Runner at third base. Ball in the dirt. You do everything you can to keep it in front of you, and this one was almost in that left-handed batter's box, and he's able to knock it down, keep it close.
Big spot right here. Runners at the corners, 2 outs, a 2-2 pitch. But too quick on a release. You can see that he didn't get downhill enough.
Spun off on that one just a little bit.
Right. Trying to put an end to the Twins' top of the 7th. 3-2 pitch. Didn't get it. Bases are loaded. Now you got to deal with lefty swinging Max Kepler. Got some pop there. He's got 12 home runs, 30 runs batted in. Tonight he's 1 for 3 with a double in the 4th.
We talked a lot about the Mariner hitters not falling for Sonny Gray, chasing pitches off the zone. Good take by Solano right there.
Bouncing ball to Cabby. Taylor made. Yes, sir. They get out of it. 3 stranded. We go home 7th stretch time here in Seattle. 5-3 Mariners. Fact, over the last 10 years, more than $1.2 billion has been contributed to education. I want to thank Mike Blowers for making a comeback tonight. We'll see him next time. It's great to have him aboard. Dave Sims, Dan Wilson, and Roots Sports crew on hand here. Mariners, game 1 of 4 here at home against Minnesota. First of 7 in the next 10 days against the Central Division leading team. Glad you could join us here this evening. Mariners offense right now just enough that try to build on it now. Oliver Ortega continues on for the Twins. He'll face J.P. Crawford, Julio Rodriguez, and Jared Kelenic top of the order.
Yeah, I will echo that, Dave. Great to see Mike. Great to sit alongside him, calling the game with you. Feels like a Mariner game with Mike in town.
There you go. Just got to get Rick Riz back, and
yeah,
well, the whole gang will be back together.
Right.
Ride is one, as the old Westerns used to say.
Keep recovering, Rick.
0-2 to JP. JP tonight 0 for 3. Soft liner to the second baseman, a strikeout and a pop out to short. Backdoor breaking ball. Didn't get the call he wanted. See how productive JP has been lately. JP entered tonight. His previous 18 games hitting at .324, 10 extra base hits, 4 home runs, 9 runs batted in. We've been a catalyst offensively for the Mariners. 3-2 pitch. Solidly struck center field. Michael A. Taylor is there for the out. One down here in the 7th. Ty France is making his Mariners bobblehead debut tomorrow night. First 20,000 fans are going to score the fantastic French-themed collectible thanks to Roots Sports. It'll be before Game 2 against the Twins at 6:40, so get your tickets for Ty France bobblehead night at Mariners.com. Shohei Ohtani just went large again. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
It's just, I mean, it is the unicorn of unicorns, man. Wow.
What a year he is having.
0-1 to Julio. Julio tonight struck out looking, ground out the third, and walked with the bases loaded, picked up an RBI.
Oh, good cut at that fastball there. 95 miles an hour, middle of the plate, just above the knee. And he had a good aggressive cut at it. Seen some good swings from him, a couple of them straight back.
Ohtani minutes ago, 2-run homer straightaway center field against the Yankees down in Anaheim. Epic bat flip, according to Alden Gonzalez, who covers the Angels. And Julio takes a breaking ball for a called strike, 3-2 down. Second time he's caught looking tonight.
It's a little bit of a quick pitch, I think, right here from Ortega. Surprises Julio with the slider.
They do a little Johnny Cueto on him, huh?
Yeah.
I went to school in West Virginia. I've heard this song before.
Just once or twice, huh?
Yeah, the first 10 million times, you know. Was, nice job, Jim Wolf. Caught it on the rebound. Jim Wolf's brother Randy, pretty good left-hand pitcher for a bunch of teams. The Mariners for a little bit. Randy Wolf.
Good cut at a four-seam fastball right there. 2-0 count. Let it fly. Jared sure did on that one.
The bat he uses with that handle so different from.
Yeah, they call that handle the hockey puck, and it.
Well, when you were goalie, did you have one at the end of your goalie stick?
Yeah, you would tape the stick, but that was so it didn't slide out of your hand. This is more of a counterweight to the bat. A little more balance to the bat. Some guys really like it, some guys don't. Jared had a chance to try it in spring training and got a pretty good feel for it, and then has continued to use it as the season has gone on. It's quite an elaborate process too with his bat fitting. And
yeah, I remember talking to him, I think, after the bat guys were there. That's hit well. Base hit. He's out of the box hard. Well, I like the way he plays the game, man.
And you get to hear the song again, Dave.
Oh, gee. But I remember talking to him about that. The bat guys, I mean, the way they fit you now is so scientific and almost perfect. I mean, everything, it's just like in golf. I mean, we get the golf books.
Yeah, and that's where it kind of was developed, was in the golf industry, and then they take it here to baseball and they hook you up to all kinds of things and kind of measure your swing and fit that bat to where they think your best swing is going to be. And
what a break. No chance. Jared Kelenic, 12th stolen base of the season. He was on the giddy up. He wasn't going to mess around. First movement, it was gone.
And the song again, Dave.
Well, you know what? It's like giving Popeye spinach, right? Maybe.
Good jump, you're right. And the dive, the ball actually will hit him in the back leg. Otherwise, he might have had a chance to go to third base, but up into scoring position now with 2 outs.
1-0 to Gino. .31 home runs for Gino last year. 11 home runs as we stand here July 17th. Hopefully the surge is about to happen in terms of him hitting home runs. Career best 49 a few years ago with Cincy. 2-0. Good count for Gino. 2 out, runner at second. Kelenic with plus speed. 2-2.
Lots of sliders from Ortega.
Marco Baldelli, 5th-year manager. A nice playing career. 2 and hitting. A foul ball.
Got a piece of the bat. Gino checking his swing, and it just got a piece of it. Backup slider there.
Two outs and a 2-2 pitch with Kelenic at second. I really tried to rush a fastball by him.
Yeah, tried to sneak 95 by him, but it was middle of the plate, about knee high, maybe a little bit above the knee. And
two balls and 2 strikes again. There you go. Fly ball deep left field. Bye-bye. Gino with a home run, his 12th, a 2-run shot, and the Mariners lead is 7-3. I can feel it, Dan. Feel the surge coming, baby. He is due for a home run surge, and hopefully this was the beginning. Good vibes only.
that's got to feel really good right there to grab that trident. 103 off the bat, 396 down into that left field bullpen.
Solid contact. The wind had nothing to do with it. The wind was swirling a lot and affecting balls to center field and right field early in the game. Textbook catch right there in that pop-up by Jeffers. Damage done by Kelenic, a 2-out single. Gino on a 2-2 pitch. It's a chance to wear some bubble gum and enjoy the trident. Tap. Since his big league debut, Bryan Woo. Man, that is looking good. 32 2/3. 8 earned runs, good ERA. Munoz. Oh, that's not the way he wanted to start the inning. He hits Jeffers. 7-hole hitter to start the 8th inning.
Well, it's a fastball, and we know he's got a good one, and it hits this elbow guard. You see Jeffers try to get out of the way and pull in that elbow, and able to hit off the guard, thankfully for him.
Careful of Gallo. He is going to be a free swinger.
Pretty impressive home run his last time up to center field.
Mammoth shot.
Into the wind?
Into the wind with tremendous hang time. 0-1. Gallo's pretty much his entire career been a home run or a strikeout. And a couple of stretches with Texas where he did a nice job playing third. A big guy who can really run and play the outfield. It's his 9th year in the bigs. 4th team. It's with the Dodgers last year. Caught in between. He's gone. Strikeout for Munoz. That's his first one out.
Yeah, they don't even appeal that one. Jim Wolf could tell from home plate that he had swung. It's a good slider down and in. McDelivery Super Mo. Seagal trying to hold up, but Jim Wolf right on it. And he makes the right call. 1 out for the Mariners.
1 out, 1 on. Here is Matt Wallner pinch hitting for Michael A. Taylor. Got Willie Castro, a switch hitter, still available on the bench. Christian Vasquez and Kyle Farmer, right-handers. Wow, it's going right after him.
Yeah, he's painted a couple of 98-mile-an-hour fastballs on that inside corner.
Now, you got 98, 99. He's fresh off the bench. Guess what? Boom.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive. Here's a bat, kid. Go try to hit that.
Good luck. Go get him. Hang with him.
Well, 98, 98, and then a slider at the bottom of the zone, 86 miles an hour. McDelivery Super Mo.
You want to go up there and try to do your best, but you got to feel like a sacrificial lamb. No,
wow.
This guy's got. Correa continues to hear it here. That'll be part of his 4 days in Seattle.
EQC Tracer, that was a sinker. 2-seam fastball from Munoz. Really good movement to it. Cal getting around it. Another 2-seamer. Good glove work again from Cal Raleigh. Couple of pitches.
Mooney ahead 0-2. A good defensive swing to keep the at-bat alive. Seven runs on 7 hits for the Mariners, 3 runs, 9 hits for the Twins. Swing and a miss. He strikes out Correa. The hit batter does not affect him. He goes 1-2-3 with all K's. We go bottom 8. It's all Mariners, 7-3. On this nice night here in Seattle, 25,770 on hand. Right now they're feeling pretty good about their Mariner Ball Club, a 7-3 lead here. As we go bottom 8, there's the line score. Love it. 3 consecutive innings. The Mariners are on the board. See if they can make it 4 here. Be here at T-Mobile Park for marquee matchups all season long, including a 3-game set versus the Red Sox Monday, July 31 through Wednesday, August 2. Lock in those seats today at Mariners.com and enjoy a great summer outing here at the ballpark. Take a look at the AL East standings. The Rays, they had a big lead. The Orioles, we're going to see the Orioles coming up in August. Look at the Blue Jays. They have surged recently. The Yankees and the Red Sox at the bottom right now. Baltimore Orioles will be here the second weekend in August, 11, 12, and 13. Here's Jorge Lopez to take over on the mound for the Twins.
31 1/3 innings this year, 25 strikeouts, 11 walks. 97-mile-an-hour fastball, curve, slider, and change, and he'll throw them all. He's going to have a conversation here with Jeffers.
Lopez will face Teoscar Hernandez, Ty France, and Mike Ford, 6, 7, and 8 in the order for the Mariners. Teo bounces into a double play, double to left, and grounded out to short.
So you're looking at that line score, Dave. It's good to see the Mariners tacking on some runs and adding on at the end of the ball game here. They took that 4-2 lead and now been able to expand it to 7-3. And continued to combat offensively.
Teo hits it pretty well right field. Backing up Kepler on the track, one out.
Let's hope that's a sign of good things to come for this Mariner offense.
Make sure you stick around after the game for Mariners post-game show presented by Emerald Queen Casino. Angie, Jen, Piper, and Kayla will all be here for the post-game show. Ty Francis strikeout, walk, run scored. That was in the 5th, and grounded out the 2nd. Couldn't catch up.
Another pitcher that uses that knuckle curve pitch, and he got ahead with it and then threw a really nice slider.
Off his fists. Oh-2 from Lopez. Slow roller. Correa is right there. It was a dart. 2 down. Quick 2 outs brings up Mike Ford. Mike with a comebacker to the pitcher, hit by a pitch and run scored in the 5th inning, walked in the 6th. Ford goes the other way, fouls it off. StatCast powered by Google Cloud. As you see the infield pulled around to the right. Ford 0-2 hole now. Back up this way. Mike Ford trying to keep this inning going. 2 out, nobody on. Lopez, 8th year in the big leagues with his 4th team. Backhanded by Julian. And nice dig, real nice dig by Kirilloff. Boy, he's been an acrobat over there. 2 snow cones so far this evening. To the 9th we go, and the Mariners looking to wrap this baby up at 7-3 Seattle. Seven-3 lead for the Mariners as we go top of the 9th, and a beautiful evening here in Seattle. It's such a great time of the year. Hey, Twitter Tuesday is on Root Sports. Make sure you join us every Tuesday during Mariners broadcast, and you'll have 5 chances to win exciting prizes just by playing trivia with us throughout the game. For giveaway rules, visit us at rootsports.com. Pitching matchups, the remaining 3 games. With the Twins, Bailey Ober against Brian Wu. Wu's been so impressive. Kenta Maeda on the comeback trail against Luis Castillo, and Pablo Lopez, who they obtained from Miami for Luis Arraez, goes against George Kirby. That Thursday game will be on the air at noon. Ty Adcock, a great story, Dan Wilson.
Yeah, 11th appearance on the season, 13 innings. Giving up just the 1 earned run, 8 strikeouts, no walks. And he has got 97-mile-an-hour fastball and a slider. Great to see him out there. As you mentioned, a good story coming off his TJ surgery a couple of years ago. Now back on the mound in a big league uniform.
The thing you got to like about him is not afraid, comes right at you. Julian, Buxton, and Kirilloff, 2-3-4 coming up. A couple of hits to the opposite field for Julian. 1-1. RBIs tonight. Julio, bases loaded walk. 2-run single, Kelnick. 2-run homer, Gino. 1 pitch, a wild pitch scored Cal. And an RBI by Caballero. Aaron has scored 4 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th. Twins got 3rd inning RBIs from Correa and Kirilloff. That's hit on a button. That kick and swinging. Came in with the best batting average on the club entering tonight. And the wind has been a factor here, Dan. We saw it early in the game.
It was blowing straight in from center field, and you can see a little bit of the swirl effect out there as well.
If you're just joining us, we saw a couple of balls that were hit to center field, and Julio went back like he had all the way, and all of a sudden he had to do a full sprint to come in about 20 yards to catch it. Mateo had one that looked like it knuckled on him in right center. There's a slider for strike to Byron Buxton, 0 for 4. Matter of fact, it was Buxton who hit the fly ball at center field in the 5th inning that Julio was able to track down.
Kelnick had to take that banana route on that one in left field. He had to go a long way to make that catch. Wind pushed it in and toward the line.
Yeah, he was going back, and then he had. That's a good. That sounds like I'm running a banana pattern in football, but that's exactly what he did to come back.
Yeah, that wind was playing tricks.
Oh, and 2 to Buxton. Was at San Francisco. I had a chance to talk to Ty and I said, you know, I got to ask a question. He said, what's that? I said, are you related to Joe Adcock? He didn't know who Joe Adcock was, who was a great slugger, Milwaukee Braves, late 50s into the 60s on the 57, 58 World Series team. Swing and a miss. And he said, and I cut him off. I said, yeah, old timers like me remember Joe Adcock. So he says, I got to look this guy up, who he was. I said, trust me, the numbers are impressive.
Oh,
but no relation.
Good hard fastball right there. 98 miles an hour, top of the zone. Buxton, no chance to catch up on that one.
Here's Kirilloff. He's got 2 hits tonight. Goes the other way. JK waiting for it. And he perfectly played 2 down.
Tell you what, Dave, between Julien and Kirilloff there at the top of the order, we've seen some pretty good at-bats from those guys. Hitting the ball hard, going the other way.
Very impressive.
Something to watch as this series goes on.
Yeah, keep that in mind. I'm sure Brian Wu, I'm sure he's been watching, and that'll be in the report tomorrow morning. Kirilloff, he went opposite field 3 times, twice for hits. Julien 2 times, twice for hits on a 3-hit night. There's Solano. Boy, should mention Adcock coming right at you.
Yeah, good fastball tonight. 97, 98 miles an hour. Lots of strikes.
2 out, 1 on. It's another hit for the Twins. That's number 11. And time's starting to get to a point now where you got to get that last out. You do not want to bring the tying run to the plate.
It's another good fastball. Kind of ties up Solano. McDelivery Supermo. You see the inside out swing. Gets enough of the barrel to get it to the outfield for the base hit.
Max Kepler. Don't play this guy cheap. He's got 12 home runs.
Paul Sewald getting loose down in the pen just in case.
3rd on the team in homers.
Quickly ahead 0-2. Slider on the inside part and then a good 4-seamer on the outside corner. Split it. Good location.
Love when they start cranking Jimi Hendrix and the Mariners on the precipice of a W. Twins have out-hit the Mariners, but the Mariners lead at 7-3. Out-hit them 11-7. The 0-2.
No chase from Kepler there. Good fastball, 98.
Ball 2 strikes to Kepler. 2 out, 2 on. Oh boy, down the line, that thing's gone. We told you this kid can hit. They're top home run guys. 13th home run of the season. 33 RBIs. Now we got a 1-run ball game. Three-run homer.
Well, it's a slider, and Kepler able to get to it on the inside part of the plate, and he turns on it enough and hits it right down the line and into the seats for the 3-run homer. And that's going to bring out Scott Servais. He's going to make a change.
Wow. I'll talk about a dramatic turn of events. Ryan Jeffers, the catcher, will be coming on, and Paul Sewald will come in for closing duties. That's the real score. That just happened. 3-run homer, Max Kepler. Mariners an out away from putting this one in the books. Hey, Root Sports is looking for the ultimate fan in the state of Montana throughout the month of July. Send us a photo and story at rootsports.com/ultimate-fan, and you can win a VIP trip for Fan Appreciation Night. Official rules, visit rootsports.com. Bark in the Park evening. Paul Sewald, a couple of days ago, changed his parking spot in the parking lot for good luck, and it worked out. And he parked there again today, so hopefully that's going to work out for him again.
Well, there you go. Whatever it takes. 39th appearance on the year. 3.13 ERA, 54 strikeouts, and 37 1/3 innings for Paul. 18 out of 21 in save opportunities, and an opportunity right here.
He wants to get Jeffers, who's the tying run. Put him down. First pitch strike. Sewald in yesterday's game came in, got a strikeout of Torkelson, gave up a Kerry Carpenter single, then struck out Vierling looking, and Baez swinging to end it. The 0-1. That pitch has been very effective and pretty basic. Got the fastball away at the top of the zone, a sweeper moving away from you.
That's a good sweeping slider. And there's a really well located fastball, 92, good ride to it, and right on that outside corner, splitting the corner.
1-2, strike away from victory. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a 1-run lead. Sewald, high target. Hang at him! Paul Sewald, keep yourself in that same parking spot as long as you want, my man. Mariners win it 7-6.
Good hard fastball outside corner. And that'll do it for the Mariners. Great ball game for them tonight. Couple of good signs offensively, I thought, tonight, Dave. One of those being patience. They did not chase a lot of the Sonny Gray sliders off the plate. I think that was a big key for them. And then adding on runs late proved to be very effective for the Mariners. And it was much needed there in the end with that 3-run homer by Kepler.
Oh boy, you know it. Back-to-back wins for the Mariners. They're a game beyond 500. Once again, they're 47-46. Twins go to 48-47. It's the first of 4 here and the first of 7 over the next 10 days against the Minnesota Twins, and a very good start for the fellas here at home. Crowd of 25,770. The RBIs tonight: Julio, bases loaded walk, Kelnick a 2-run single, 2-run homer by Gino. Cal scores on a wild pitch, and Caballero drove in a run. So all wins are great, and that's a good way to begin this portion of the homestand with a real tough Toronto Blue Jay club coming in to finish things off this weekend. And some attaboy words from Scott Service to Ty Adcock. Dan Wilson, I'm Dave Sims. Let's go down to Jed Mueller.
Well, Jared, when you've got a veteran at the plate like Sonny Gray who wants you to chase, what does that plate approach need to be?
Trying to just get good pitches in the heart of the plate, trying to box him up. He's such a good pitcher. Everything's going a different direction, but we grinded today and came out on top.
That hit that you had in the 5th, was that a conscious effort to let the ball travel and take it the other way?
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to just get something in the heart of the plate, like I said, but up and down the lineup today, I thought we had really good at-bats. Some guys didn't come through, but had really good at-bats. JP, I mean, he grinded a couple at-bats through and just hit line drives right at people, but that was the key to winning the game today.
Well, I would also say that walk that Julio drew in the 5th inning was also a big one to keep that going.
Exactly, yeah, like I said, up and down the lineup, I mean, guys like Julio, JP, Gino, like just grinding through at-bats, making them throw pitches, making them come over the plate, and that's what got us the win today.
You have 14 go-ahead RBI. That is the most on the team this season. How much pride do you take in being able to come through in those moments?
Yeah, I mean, I just try to stay focused and looking for a pitch over the heart of the plate, like I said, and just stay through the middle of the field.
Lastly, is this series any bigger than any others given what the standings look like?
To be completely honest, I have no idea what the standings are, but I will say that we're trying to treat it just like any other game, trying to go out and grind.
Well, you can go and treat this one like a win. Congratulations, Jared. 2 for for 4 with a couple of RBI and a run scored. We talked about those go-ahead RBI. Let's take another look, because without this hit, the Mariners would not be in position to win this game. Closer than you thought it might be. We're going to go inside and get reaction after the Mariners' 7-6 win against the Twins.